on, keeping it on till the day stays strong. Rolling till the nighttime blazes on. All along I keep singing my song. I say this phase is always. Sometimes I get so crazy, but just know that I'll always stay. 'Cause you're my light through the haze. It's time for a champion. Soothe the soul of the land. Spin the heart from the sea and sand till the sun comes up again. Time for a champion. Soothe the soul of the land. Spin the heart from the sea and the sand till the sun comes up again. Reach for the sky. Keep your eye on the prize. Forever in my mind. Be my golden sunshine. It's raining in your mind. So push them clouds aside. Forever by my side. You're my golden sunshine. When I sunset, I let myself down. Down the ground beneath my feet gone. No more words with it to speak. On that day my song was born. Never meant to leave you all alone. Said I'd be a shelter from the storm. Now your clothes have all been torn. Kingdom sacked, attacked and dethroned. It's time for a champion. Soothe the soul of the land. Spin the heart from the sea and sand till the sun comes up again. Time for a champion. Soothe the soul of the land. Spin the heart from the sea and sand till the sun comes up again. Reach for the sky.
Hello.
Eye on the prize. Forever in my mind.
Hello.
Be my golden sunshine. It's raining in your mind. So push the
Good morning, everyone. What a bad party last night. But yeah, I heard that you went to sleep at 10, so you are fresh, and we can have a debate today about our final conclusions and recommendations. So I want to begin. You remember that in the first day of the conference, I have asked what will make this conference as a successful one. So about the second issue, I think, yes, we achieved it. The vast majority of the lectures, seminars, workshops given by you. You can share ideas, experience, success. Also, we achieve it. Also, you will be truly inspired. Did you? Yes? Yes? Great. Okay. This is the last one, just a minute. And you see the first one that we make a profound contribution to the benefit of the Young Heroes High professional community and promote cooperation. So I must tell you, this was the first day. You remember this? It was kind of in the word of Dr. Kalish. Blue with blue, red with red, and very quiet, European, polite people, very nice. I want to show you something, a quick video. I'm sorry about that. So yes, we also achieved this goal, I think so. But I must ask you, it was a successful one? Yes? Yes? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So last night, you party, and that's what happened to us. And this is what we have here, so I'm not sure about everything inside, but we want to do a little bit of discussion and to hear your comments about this. So I will give you 5 minutes, you can read it, and then we will discuss about it. Okay? Great. Okay. תקריא את זה. איך רואים?
I'll read it along with you guys. The second Young Eurosci Conference, YES2, held in Jerusalem, Israel, from 9 to the 12th of November 2015, took Supreme Audit Institutions and the individual, Psi and I, as its central theme. We, as the representatives of the young generation and the future leaders of our respective organizations, enjoy a unique perspective and therefore possess the ability to contemplate, discuss, debate, exchange, and present fresh questions, problems, and ideas, as well as possible solutions regarding the challenges, opportunities, difficulties, and risks arising from the technological and social developments of our times. We, the members of the second Young Eurosci Conference, YES2, recommend the public effect of size, considering that we are in the midst of a sweeping technological and social revolution highlighted by an information explosion and exponential growth in data, younger generations reveal impatience as regards long textual reports and complex analysis, such as this one, I guess. National social groups are collaging into international ones, sometimes organized within virtual social networks. The concept of the nation-state is being debated. The growth in the importance attached by society to human rights in general, and the needs and interests of vulnerable groups in particular, is affecting the social landscape. Sustainability issues are cross-cutting and cross-border, but also have an effect on the individual's everyday life and on society as a whole. We recommend that a strong emphasis be put on capacity building in the area of communications strategy, new media, online social networks, conveying complex ideas by using simplified tools such as infographics. SAIS should consider developing tools to measure their performance. SAIS reshape their role to include the promotion and protection of human rights and vulnerable groups in society. To that end, they should develop the required professional criteria and standards. SAIS find ways to empower citizens by engaging them in the audit process. Sustainability issues should often be included in audits. Considering the professional effect. Considering that modern public administration is characterized by vast complexity on the one hand, and a very narrow specialization by its various units on the other hand, most information created by audited bodies is done electronically using online devices. Sometimes the data is even stored outside the physical premises of the audited body. The vast amount of data produced by audited bodies grows exponentially and requires the use of big data digging tools, potentially compromising the right to privacy of officials and audited bodies' employees. We recommend that new skills and specializations in the field of information seeking, handling, and analyzing will be acquired. SAIS will make use of new computer programs designed to deal with vast amounts of information. SAIS should develop new working methods fit to deal with huge amounts of information on the one hand, risking as little as possible the privacy of the audited body's employees. Regarding the personal effect, considering that ethical aspects of the audit work and auditors conduct have a profound impact on the efficiency of auditor-auditee relations, as well as the auditor's public status. Generation Y auditors ask, what's in it for me, and look for personal impact and gain. They also challenge formalities and tend towards informal working processes and communications inside their own size and with the workers of audited bodies. Therefore, high-level audit management should be open-minded and encourage young auditors to initiate new audit topics and new ways to tackle the audit work. A family-friendly work environment, e.g. flex time and working from a remote location, should increase both employees' identifications and job satisfaction, resulting in enhanced productivity. Young auditors use high-tech instruments in many aspects of their personal as well as their professional conduct. In places where the use of these instruments is uncommon, they might feel restrained and frustrated. Experimenting in new working processes can help SIs and auditors improve and develop failures are part of the process. Sharing ideas between young auditors of different sizes and debating over common challenges viewed as a key element in the learning and improvement process of young auditors. We recommend that ethical aspects of the audit work and auditors' conduct be reviewed and customized if necessary. SIs put more emphasis on Y generation's auditors' needs, ideas, and way of conduct. A special consideration should be given to programs for the promotion of young leaders and to modifications that will promote a family-friendly work environment. Informal working process and ways of communication should be encouraged. High-tech instruments must be integrated as much as possible to the everyday working process of SIs. Failures are a natural part of the growing and improving process and should be accepted as such, even in a zero-error culture mindset. SIs should encourage international interactions between young auditors of different sizes. Therefore, we conclude, Eurosize Young Movement will be continued. Yes, conferences will take place on a regular basis every 2 or 3 years. We decided to set up a brand new innovative framework such as the Eurosci Virtual Young Generation Dynamic Group to deal with the aforementioned challenges and risks by means of virtual communication and new media means. Eurosci, as a leading by example organization, should strive to create, as part of InterSci, a global community of young colleagues. That's it. And we open this draft for your comment.
Now is your job.
Yes.
Michael.
למי?
Thank you.
The name and your country, because there is
All right. I'm Milan from Bulgaria. First, excuse my voice. I think I slept too much last night, and this is what happens when I usually do. I read the document real quickly, and one thing I see is that isn't it like just too formal, like the way we are doing things now?
First of all, it is printed.
Yeah, okay, but I think we are here to actually come up with better solutions, so maybe we can actually have a better way to pass our message. So maybe we can brainstorm about it, how to actually not be that official, but maybe come up with a better way to.
what's the intention?
Okay. And one more thing here, I see that there is a point about the Congress to be on a regular basis. I was at the 2 congresses so far, and I think the success was that because they were organized because you guys really wanted to do it. If we put it as in a way that it should be something that should be done, don't you think that this will actually defeat the whole purpose of this Congress? And the third point I want to say is that I have seen that in my office. We often recommend, but we don't show the benefits. Why this will be helpful if it happens. So maybe we can also discuss the benefits of our message. Those are my points. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Cheers.
But I have a question, Milan, about the second point. If it's important for us, this movement of Young Eurosci, so how we can be sure that it will be continue? So what is your
If it's not on a regular basis, that
if
means.
it,
Okay. Well, in these congresses, I see a lot of presidents participating. So if they don't see a benefit, if we make it something that should happen, what would happen if the next president doesn't want to do it? I mean, how he will organize it? Would that be beneficial as it is right now? So what we can probably do is not make it like a rule, but actually use our network and influence other people to see the benefits of this Congress. And if it's beneficial and everybody likes it, I'm sure there will be another side that will pick up the idea like you guys did. You put so much effort in it, and it's sort of like a great success. I mean, I really enjoyed every minute.
thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Lieke. I'm from the Netherlands. Thank you for all your hard work and for the document you made. I totally agree with him. I think it's a very formal way for a very informal Congress. I think the thing I learned most here is just by talking to people and hearing about their ideas. And those are ideas that I can take with me to my own side and just basically promote them by doing them. So, you know, if I have an idea, I don't want it to be on a sheet of paper and I'll be like, look, I've got a sheet of paper with an idea. You know, if I have an idea, I should do it. I should tell my colleagues. I should get them enthusiastic. I think that's the real power of Yes, and it's not in a document. So I think that will be, if we want this movement to succeed, it will be something that we all have to take responsibility for. So every one of us personally should go back to their size and just basically spread the word about the Congress, about the ideas we've had here. And I mean, I think a document might help for some people, but maybe it's like, if people in our size should see this, maybe they think, you know, this was like a normal conference, we always have this, and it sounds good, but that's not the real power of Yes. So maybe we should do it in a different way. So that's my first comment.
Course.
And
Which way you ever recommend it? What?
Thanks. And my second comment is that I have the feeling in the 3 like final recommendations, the one on the screen, I've got a bit of a feeling that it's Generation X telling us what we should think. So, for example, we've talked a lot about very many things, but now it's only about like virtual communication and new media. And while I do think that's important, I think I hear a lot of people who say it's really important who are far older than we are, and we have different ways of thinking about it. And I'm not sure if this is really the biggest message in our organization. I do think, however, the message about that the community is very important and that we should share ideas and inspire each other. That's, for me, that's the core message of this conference. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Who's next, guys?
the party guy.
I'm Jack from the UK.
Hey, Jack.
My voice is a lot deeper today than yesterday. I think I agree with this message of soft power. As soon as you get a document like this, you're like, I don't really want to read this. But I think we also have to come up with solutions, not just seeing problems. So we see a problem of this document, but what is the solution? So a way that at the UK National Audit Office we use soft power, we spoke about it a little bit in our communication strategy workshop run by Austria, which was amazing, so thank you very much. We use blogs and forums to communicate. And so every day on this conference, I've been writing up a little blog and sharing it with the office. And you get immediate feedback. And so straight away people are saying, oh, can you ask about this? Can you speak to this country about this? And this is the way we should be working, with this informal, softer communication that we're familiar with. So I would really encourage, I think in our workshop, in your workshop, we came up against some ideas that we're worried about the risks of social media and of using, say, Twitter or internally blogs, because what if people complain? What if people are angry, annoyed? But my experience is that it makes for a stronger community, and if we can do something like that with this community and have an informal network, then I think we'll be all the stronger for it. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay, great.
And this is, I'm Louise from the Netherlands, and this is what I meant when I did the opening speech Monday, the yes energy. It's not about making it structural or official. We make it happen. It's the energy that makes us do what we do. We're like the free radical within Eurosci. And we shouldn't be put in a cage, even if it's golden. That's my point. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Martin from Switzerland. Well, this is probably a bit of a tough message for you guys, because you were asking us on what is our message to the Generation X. So at one point I do agree with the previous speakers that it's a lot about motivation and energy you take out of it. But on the other hand, we also have to think, why was this important and why should Generation X support it? So I have one thing about the personal aspect that I would like to add. We had a workshop about how to light the fire, passion of an auditor to really go the extra mile. And I think one of the really important topics was that people or young auditors didn't feel included in the decisions on which topics they audit. So they didn't really feel passionate about the topic. And it was not really encouraged that their opinion was valued in the selection of topics. So if people are really being passionate about what they're doing, they need to be interested in what they're doing, and they need to be included. Thank you.
Great. Yes, please, more. And I want to hear what you think should be our product in the end of maybe nothing? No. And any documents, maybe, I don't know, only Facebook group or WhatsApp group, really, what it should be.
In which format should it, be published or sent or wherever?
Please. Are you tired? Please, we want to hear. So how many of you think that we need to produce a document? Raise your hand. We want to know. Okay.
Some sort of a document.
yeah, we can just add up or give our opinions later on. So is it okay if we don't have a final document today, but we can just, through the next couple of weeks, we bring up some comments in the blog, and then you guys have a final document. There is a need for a document, of course.
Maybe we can formulate it through infographics. There is a way that we can do it.
Hello, Julius from Lithuania. When we say that we don't need a document, I think that we are thinking only about ourselves, about that generation Y, about the red ones. Because the red ones, they don't need a document. But often in our size, those brokers, those Mavis or however they called, they are not red, they are purple. And they are not generation Y, they are generation X. And they still need some kind of a document. And okay, excluding you, sir. So I mean that we should not exclude like some kind of a document. There should be something.
We should.
I think.
You think so?
There should be document after that.
With our message.
Yes.
Okay.
For those, purple ones.
Yeah. Okay. This is important comment. This is not for us, this document. This is the meaning.
It's for the Eurosci governing board. They need to have something, to work on, to deal with.
Okay, hi, I'm Linda from the Netherlands again. I love the idea about infographics, of course. I love visualizations. That was my workshop about. But I think it should be a combination of both. So you can use infographics to agree on the matter, and on the other hand, use the movement, the energy, to make changes or to get the message across. So I need both, and the form could be an infographic, if that is the right form. So you can debate on that. And I love the idea about the blog, just to use it as a way to comment the document. So. Okay.
Thank you. I think you. Sorry, this is Emil from Denmark. Yeah, I think you caught a lot of good aspects in this document, and I agree that.
This is your aspect, this is your insight. We just brought it in.
Yeah,
so
sure.
So thank you.
And I do think that infographics could lift the quality of this document. Okay. Maybe another idea could be to make a complementary video. You did, I know it's hard work, but you did a great introduction video before we came here that was very good at tuning our mindset. And you've been recording a lot of stuff during the workshop. And if you're doing infographics anyways, maybe that's something you could use in the video. And that could be a brilliant way to present a lot of ideas in our national size. Yeah, so that's my input.
Okay. Yes.
Hello, it's Jack again from the UK. I think we don't want to get too caught up in the format of this document. I think this is important. This sets out what we've achieved, but if we get too stuck in the detail, we lose what we're trying to do here. And I think setting up some sort of informal network is what we need to do. We use international comparisons in our work a lot, and having access to just being able to speak to someone, a contact, I know you, I know you, I know you, I know you. My reds, my purples, whatever. And just having the access to do that is really important. So I think the Facebook group is one way towards that, but it's mixing media, it's mixing the social side of our networks with the professional. I think it would be really helpful to have some sort of space online, whatever, to share what we do, to communicate with each other, and also that we need to get more people from our organizations involved. We've been really privileged to be able to come here and to meet these people and to share our ideas, but do we not need to share that wider? And I don't have all the answers, but I think collectively we do. So
We can set a blog. We have a blog in our website, so, but we can.
And anyone can comment?
Yes.
Okay.
You can. I'm not sure if we have a comment over there, but.
But do you think should it be on the EuroSci website or on a different one, on an independent one?
I think, yeah, I think I don't think it matters. I don't think we need to set up new initiatives. We already have what we need there, I think. So if there's something on the EuroSci website where we can share ideas and maybe like upload, I can send some screenshots of what our social media internally looks like in our office and show you guys what we do. And you guys can comment and say, I don't like that, and maybe that's not so great. Something like that would be really good. I think the way that we take recommendations forward is changing. This is an essential document. We need this, but the way we take these things forward is changing, and so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. More comments? So what do you think about that we will do both way? Generation X, Y, and Generation Y. I think it's important that we have something not for us. It was a great comment. But maybe we can try to produce maybe a movie, infographic movie of this, or just images. And we can do it together, of course. The Netherlands will help us. And we have two ways of thinking. What do you think about this solution? Okay? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. There is more comment about the contents, the things that are inside the document. What do you prefer? Do you prefer that you will send us comments later and then
I wouldn't
we will
mind
do it
sending
through-
comments after, like next week or something.
So we will. Okay. Yes, please.
Or is it a deadline for you guys to give a document?
What do you prefer?
No, I want to know if you guys have a deadline to deliver
we don't have any deadlines.
something.
No,
Okay.
we are Generation Y, without any deadlines.
Okay, cool. If you don't mind, yeah, at least me, I would like to send comments later. Right now, maybe not.
Yeah. Okay. Please.
I think, if we want to make a document like this perfect, we need time to think about it. But I don't think that's the goal of why we're here. So I mean, if we send in comments later, it's like it's going to be about details. It's going to be about one bullet. Is it right like this, or should it be just the other way around? I'm not sure if I hear everyone here, if that's the message we want to get across. So. I mean, a lot of the things in the document are good. Maybe some I should have done otherwise, but that's not the point. So I don't think it will help us if we each send in all of our comments to you and you will make it into, because the document will only get bigger and more detailed. And that's not the point. The point is, I think we should just bring it back to like the two main points. So that is.
What is our two main points?
Well, for me, it is that if you talk to each other from different sides, you can inspire each other, and we need some kind of platform to do it. And it doesn't have to be a new thing, and it is also our own responsibility to use it. So that would be, for me, I think that is the most important thing. And I think that it will actually help us to just maybe get details out instead of getting more details in.
Okay. And so let's look about those recommendations. I think this is everything that you said, that we need to continue this community, and also to think globally. What do you think about this, that we need to do it on a global level, of Intosci level, to recommend that it should be done? Do you agree? Okay. So I tell you what, we have running out of time, so we will go to think about it, and we will come back later with our proposal to you, and we will decide about it. Okay? Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you very much.
Please welcome His Honor Judge Joseph Shapira, State Comptroller and Ombudsman of Israel.
Sit down here. President Arno Visser, President Miloslav Kala, Auditor General Dr. Alar Karis, Deputy Auditor General Marco Maneko, Mrs. Maria Dolores Gennaro Moya, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Although I am 70 years old, I still feel young. And in order to be seen like this, I will make a gimmick and I'll get off my tie. Well, this conference has a new name. It's the triple Y. The Y generation, yes, and young. And I have a lot of things to say, approximately 7 pages. But as I heard on this conference and the summary today, so the first page I put aside, the second page I put aside, the third one as well, and the etc., etc. Mr. Visser, I'm still thrilled by the incredible 9 Eurosci Congress and SCI, the Netherlands leadership. The last Eurosci Congress focused on renewal and innovation. The core motive that the conference was a change in the way we talk about an audit. The previous typically used phrase, yes, but, was replaced by the openness and acceptance embodied in the phrase, yes, and. An atmosphere of change has also pervaded this conference, Yes To, which has discussed the unique, complex nature of the Y generation, constantly trying to innovate and to make rapid progress. Another page to be cancelled. At this conference, you have dealt with many and varied topics. They touch upon the day-to-day tasks carried out by those involved in the auditing, regardless of where they toll. Another section. You have examined how to conduct an efficient, active audit while avoiding any defensive response from the audited. You have searched for ways to encourage public bodies to analyze and draw conclusions without fear of possible results, and many subjects and issues. I hope that you will be able to return to your home countries with a broader range of tools than when you arrived at this conference. Naturally, I also hope that you have enjoyed the conference and we have been able to make your stay in Israel an enjoyable experience. I would like to thank all our guests for recognizing the importance of this conference and for taking a break to come here and contribute from their broad experience and depth knowledge. And also to the young lady, Louise, that helped us in the former Congress in Hague. Hello, Louise. I must also thank those members of our office who took an active part in ensuring the success of this conference, acting as ambassadors, workshop reporters, and as a steering committee for this conference. Finally, I would like to extend special thanks to the Director General of our office, Mr. Eli Merzel, and the conference's organizing team, Matan, Gutman, Shai, Shachar, Chezi Shaya, Einav Sagi, who all worked day and night to prepare the conference and ensure its success. And then last, I wish you to stay forever young.
Oversight and Court Audit of the Netherlands.
Thank you very much. Judge Shapira, thank you very much. It's not so easy to take my tie off. But next time I'll think of that. So looking at you all people now, you know international conferences are hard work. So whenever you see your president or your HE coming back from an international conference, you know they haven't been to a party. No, it's really hard work. No, you didn't. You're speaking always that way. You didn't, huh? Did you? So, indeed, this conference is a success, and you applaud it for that because it is. And the question is, what is behind that success? The answer behind it is you wanted to organize it. You wanted to organize this, you took the initiative, and by taking the initiative, you got the energy, and the energy is flowing into this is in this conference and flowing into the organization. That's what we feel. That's what we feel all couple of days and today. So I want to again thank you very much for that and give the applause to the Israeli and SAI for organizing this and bringing over this energy to us. So this conference started with facts and figures, and I like that. I like it especially when I saw that the average age of you working in your organization is 3.5 years. For me, it's 2.5. So that means I'm kind of a member of Young Eurosci, you know. And I'm even less experienced than you, so I must have better ideas. Or not? No, let's go into that. The first YES conference in 2013 formulated 9 major challenges, and these major challenges vary from effective communication, knowledge sharing, and independence to achieving through impact with our work and the growth data. And to my great surprise, according to your colleagues in 2013, one of the main challenges in your work was dealing with the fact that you have to function in a zero-error culture. There is no room for mistakes. That was my surprise. And we have to think about it. How strange, because how are you going to improve if you're not allowed to make mistakes, to start new things? If you want to learn and to improve, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to challenge existing ideas, and you need to push yourself further than you have been before. And especially as a worker, you need to have the trust from your superior and room to make mistakes. So as Supreme Audit Institution, we still have room to improve ourselves, both in organizational development in terms of sharing and develop knowledge with each other. So let's make a promise to each other. Let's go back home and make mistakes. Let's try new things. Yesterday we heard about networking, we heard about red ones and purple ones. Apparently I'm a purple one, being Generation X, the lost generation. And one big opportunity to grow your professional, personal, and strategic network is using using the knowledge you heard yesterday. And that includes me and the other attending, the heads of SAI. And I hope you also have this opportunity to influence the brokers in your SAI, in your organization. Indeed, we all are brokers now from the day on. And maybe as organizations, knowledge organization, the culture of organization should change a little bit as well. It's not all about people, it's about the culture of the organization. So maybe to be more effective in the future and to go for those 9 major challenges, we as an organization should be more, have a little bit of the broker itself in our organization as well, in our organizational culture. That will be a task. Not only be a knowledge organization, but be something of a broker organization as well and organize that. That will be something I'll take home to the Netherlands. Secondly, if we go forward with YES and the YES community, and we heard the presentations yesterday, I was very much inspired by that. But at the same time, it's also about how we organize things, how we audit, and how we do it. But for us, inspiration is also what should we do? What is the content of working together? What is the content of our work tomorrow? And I would like to put forward 3 major challenges. And I would ask you to think about it within your Young Eurosci community and maybe bring it forward to a next Young Eurosci gathering. Let's call it that. I don't know where it's going to be, but let's think about the challenges to it. The first question I ask myself is, do you really have a lack of trust in corporations and governments? Is that really so? Or is it something else? I don't think so. I think you may have other expectations from them. Other expectations, expecting that corporations should be about more than just profits. They have a responsibility as well. They have a responsibility to produce their products in a sustainable way, to take into account the real costs of what they produce. So now there's a major challenge. What is the real cost? We in the Netherlands try to think about a new theme, which we call true price or true value. What is the complete value? What's the complete cost of something that is produced? And we had something from a corporation in the Netherlands, and they calculated the true price of a rose that is produced in Ethiopia. And it's not the price what you see in the market. No, there's something else. There's environmental issues. There's labor market issues. There's issues of going back and forward with the airplane. And they have developed a way to calculate the true price of that rose. And what they want is that when you ever go to the market to buy a rose, you not only see what you have to pay, what it really costs. And make you as a consumer more aware of what's behind and above the true of the cost of producing a rose. Well, that could be something for us size as well. What is the true price of the product of the government? We are trying to find out what is the true price of we having gas out of our soil. In the north, we have earthquakes. In the south, we have people with lung diseases. We have to pay for that as well. There are environmental issues with it. So if you calculate as a SAI what's coming up in terms of euro and what we earn as the state of the Netherlands from the gas, natural gas, that's not the whole story. So how do we get into our minds the whole story and the true price? I think that's a challenge we all face, and I would like you to think about this within your young EuroSci community, because it affects you in the next generation, what the true price and the true cost is. Secondly, as modern citizens, you probably do not trust your government, but you probably would like your government to come with a more made-to-measure fit. Society has become more individual, and government is reacting to it and having more individualistic approach to citizens. I know the Netherlands does. But that brings to us a new question. Governments over the last 30 years have been withdrawing themselves for many reasons. The cost to maintain society as a whole is getting more and more and more, but society in itself is changing, and so the government is reacting differently and is trying to respond in a more individualistic way. That brings to me to mind, how can you ask questions, when government is doing that and is bringing more individualistic products and more individualistic approaches to you, and is more a kind of a deal maker and bringing people together, how can you calculate the effectiveness and efficiency of what government is doing? How do you think about irregularities when that is the real issue? I don't have the answer, but I would like us to think about that. If government is changing in that way, what does it say about us and about our approach of cost effectiveness and efficiency? Things will be changing for us as well. And the third challenge we all have in our societies, in our country, is the demographic challenges and changes. And these are actually connecting to withdrawing government and puts questions on intergenerational solidarity as a cornerstone of our social systems. And most social systems are based on stable societies, where you know how big generation is, how you know how big groups are, and how you know it comes from one group to another. But if society is changing so rapidly, and demographic changes in your society are so basic and fundamental, what does it mean? What does it mean for all the arrangement within your government? And I think it's a task for us as SAIs to think about it and produce more evidence and more research about it. So that's the third challenge. A changing society and a changing way we work and the changing culture we have here it means also that we differ in the way we approach our work. We don't have no longer a long-term career perspective as in the past, working for 20, 30 years or longer within one organization. And in a way, this is not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. It gives you the opportunity to explore, experiment, and to change. You're no longer stuck in one career on one side, you're red or purple your whole life. You can change that. And you can choose your own path. Because you studied in one direction doesn't mean you have to be in that direction for your whole life. For example, I studied general and comparative literature, and hey, look where it brought me. So you can change your career path, and this will change us, and this will change our organization. This is a good way. And the thing is a new work-life balance a sacrifice or a reward? That's a question. I think finally there's a generation that is not focusing on money alone. That's what we're seeing. It's about experiences. It's about what you do and not what you earn. And that is a non-monetary gain. You can only win by enjoying life. Working in what you like best and what you can do best at that moment in your life. Your institution can only win can only win with employees like that. I cherish that within my employees. Happy people are more creative people and are more productive. Then finally, I was very happy with the debate we just had. Very happy with it. About discussing the way we should end and conclude to an international conference like this. The papers for the conference says, what will make YES 2.0 successful? And it ended by F, conclusions and recommendations formulated by the conference participants. And you started a discussion about it. Let me give you a personal opinion about this. I've been working for about 20 years in government right now, and I've seen a lot of documents with long recommendations, very specialistic, specific recommendations, reconsiderations, etc., etc., etc. To be honest, I can't remember one of them. I can't remember one of them and tell by heart what it said. Would you, having long been? Have you ever met a AG or a president of your organization coming back from an international conference and saying, hey, now I got this, 4 pages of recommendations, we are inspired, we're going to change tomorrow. I've never experienced it. So when you were discussing this, I thought, yes, you're right. You should do that. You should go to the core of what we do. If you want to work for the rest of your life in a SIO or somewhere else, and 4 pages of recommendations, if you want that, you should start now, right now. If you want to change that, if you think there's another approach, there's another way of bringing the message over, of inspiring your colleagues, of bringing your knowledge and what you learned back home, you start it right now. Otherwise, you're stuck with the old way, the old-fashioned way. Someone said, well, we need something to get home because of the color, the purple colored. Well, I'm one of the purple colored. Do you really bring that home for me? Well, if you ask me, if you do it for me, don't do it. But the question is, what do you want? How are you inspired? How are you a broker in your own organization? How will you bring back the energy that the Israeli side brought into this conference back home? Because it's all about energy. The energy in this conference is much different than the energy I experienced in other conferences. Much different. Keep it that way. Please keep it that way. And be different. Dare to be different. Because you want the future to be different, you should start right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Visser, for illuminating words, which makes us. Well, we will have to go out and think a lot, all of us, about this. Of course. Well, before we continue, a few personal words. The team, we worked for, I think, in almost a year now about that. And that was a real challenge and a great, we put in great efforts and it was great fun. And it is, to see all of you coming over here with all this enthusiasm and great wishes to have, to work hard and to have fun. It was great for us to see it, and this is the biggest achievement for us. Because it was, for us, we worked hard, but it was great to see you guys here having fun. Another thing of yesterday's world, another formality. After the session, where you are welcome to go upstairs, you will have a formal certificate of a member of this conference. It's going to be on a paper, sorry. And I would like to have Sagi and Louise coming over here to lead us to the next session. Would you mind? Thanks, guys.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Well, the few
waiting more people.
יש עוד כמה אנשים.
כאן יש בחוץ עוד אנשים.
Okay. While you were having fun over there upstairs with Sagi and Louise, we were consulting what to do with your remarks and comments. And the thing is, we're going to try to formulate the good old paper into something new, innovative, infographic, well, I don't know what now, but we're going to transform it into something much younger, much Y generation-ish, and we're going to send it to you somewhere, somehow. Probably we'll put it somewhere, and you will be able to comment on it, and then we'll finalize it, crystallize it, and that will be it. But in the meantime, we have to have our message being carried over. So we thought that maybe to do it through a video and to do something with it here, right now. And first of all, what do you think about that? Okay, sounds good. So in order to do that, we would like to have you all coming over to us. We are going to do, could you put, we thought of 3 phrases that may sum up the whole thing. And if you agree, you just have to say yes, of course. And that's what we want you to do. We will shout it out towards you, and you will answer yes to each one of those sentences. And the third one, the final one, will be yes, yes, yes. And that will be the phrase of the conference, which will...
The spirit.
Yes, the spirit of
this
it.
Conference today.
And we will put it somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to put it...
On our website.
We'll send it to the governing board.
Of course.
They will see it.
Okay, so what do you think? Do you want size to put more emphasis on us, Y generation auditors, needs, ideas, and ways of conduct?
Yes! Okay.
Sounds
good. Good.
Do you want to set up YES as a continuous innovative framework for the Eurosci younger generation?
Yes! Good.
Do you think that we...
No, what? Wait.
That's not a problem. Do you just... Yeah. Do you think that... That's so old. We're not using words anymore. Do you think that we should strive to create a global community of young auditors, colleagues? Yes! But of course.
Okay, so.
That's great. So now I'm going to go there, and you're coming here to do the whole scene.
Okay?
Okay, guys? Come over.
Guys, here, not there.
You stand there and then we stand
Yeah, the taller ones behind, the smaller ones here.
Yeah.
So small.
So the smaller ones.
Yeah, we
I would love to go here. I'd like to be here.
One line here.
it's not okay.
People on this side, if they cannot see you.
There's more room here.
Come on over here, please. To the center. Come on, guys. Okay.
Don't be afraid.
בקול בריטון אז? לא, אני לא טוב בלצון.
We can start. Okay, okay.
Hello everyone. I'm Eli, I'm from Generation X. Okay. Okay, I will ask each question. Now we will do the whole thing twice. Okay? You ready? Okay, I'm not ready. Okay. Do you want size to put more emphasis on us, Y generation auditors, needs, ideas, and ways of conduct? Yes! Do you want to set up yes as a continuous innovative framework for the Eurosci younger generation? Yes! Do you think that we should strive to create a global community of young auditor colleagues?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah. Wow. Great. Yeah. Okay. Now we will see who will say no. Okay, second time. Do you want size to put more emphasis on us, Y generation auditors, needs, ideas, and ways of conduct?
Yes!
Do you want to set up yes as a continuous innovative framework for the Eurosci younger generation?
Yes!
Do you think that we should strive to create a global community of young auditor colleagues?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Great. You're great. Please sit down.
They should have played that first.
It's that up. זהו, הסוף.
Okay. You're full of energy, right? I can feel it. It's great. Do I have to introduce myself again? No? Okay, good. I would like to speak with you about, not about Generation Y, not about Generation X, about Generation Alpha. Generation Alpha is the generation of my children. And they have other characteristics, such as they have almost no vocabulary. They use about 10 words maximum. Okay? So when I meet my children, they ask me, I will tell it in Hebrew and then I will translate it. You can count the words. First question they ask me is, Ma yesh le'echol? Okay? Which means, what is there to eat? And then I give them an answer, and they tell me, Efo ima, which means, where is mom? So in the spirit of the Alpha generation, I will use 2 words for the maximum, and those 2 words are thank you. There are so many people I want to thank, and I will use the same words for all of them, because each one of them really invested so much, and people didn't sleep, didn't eat. All of this energy filled us. We weren't hungry, we weren't tired, but it will come tomorrow, I suppose. So, thank you to our management committee. Chezi Shaya, please. Oh, people I call their name, please come here. Chezi, come here. Chezi is Deputy Director General, is in charge of logistics and HR in our office. Thank you, Shachar Goldman. Thank you, Shai Mizrahi. Thank you, Sagi Enav. A special thank you for Mr. Avidan Barcela, our Chief of Security. Thank you, Adam. Adam is here. Thank you to the one and only Matan Gutman. Thank you to our steering committee. Please, whoever is here, please come to the stage. Thank you, the wonderful staff of ISTA, Boaz and Itamar. If they are here, please come up. Thank you to all the Van Leer Institute staff. Thank you to our colleague from The Hague, Hayo, Luis. Thank you to our ambassadors from SAI Israel. Please come and join us, and also the moderators of the sessions. Ambassadors. Thank you. Our distinguished guests from the Netherlands, Estonia, Czech Republic, Finland, and Spain, please come and join us. Workshop managers, please come and join us. Thank you. I want to thank also Judge Shapira, State Auditor and Ombudsman of Israel, for his support and backup. And I want to thank you for your participation, for coming here, for enjoying. It was such a pleasure seeing you here. And remember, you are the next leader of all Europe Supreme Audit Institution. Keep that in mind, keep that spirit. Come and join us. Thank you very much.
And just a minute, Eli, I must say thank you, Eli, for the support, for the leadership. Thank you.
What should I say? Yes, Kristlin, you are fired. And another news is that yes, we are going to do it in 2 years' time. So we are coming from a small country, and we have a saying that we should do more with less. That means paperless. And we welcome you to Estonia, because we are kind of paperless country, and I'm very happy that we ended up without a paper, but with a video. So welcome to Estonia, people who are under 35, but nevertheless, bring together also you AGs, what they see and know how you actually think. It's not a problem to have a network with each other. It's a problem to get to these guys up there, this 6th generation. I'm coming from academic world, so it's easy for me. Most of the ideas I got from my PhD students, so it's not a problem for me to listen young people. But in some countries, it might be a problem. So come to Estonia and have a look, and you're very welcome. Thank you very much. Okay, Kristi, you can stay. You can stay.
Just a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, just a minute. This is going to be formal now.
Oh, okay.
Yes? Okay, here. You got the flag.